Okay, so good morning to all, and today we are going to see the different types of research, and we have already seen some of the types of research, and it is based on the by purpose of the research, by use of research, by time span of data collection, and by type of data. So I think we have seen the purpose of research. Okay, the different types of purpose of research we have seen it, like exploratory, what is exploratory research, then descriptive research and explanatory research. So today we are going to see the by use of research. So the four types of research are there by use of research: basic research, applied research, action research and evaluative research. Okay, so we have seen all this types. First type of research we have seen. Now we are going to see the descriptive research. We have already seen it. Explanatory research, we have also seen it, its purposes. Now today we are going to see the basic research. So by types of research, by its use means research has many uses. Okay, for example, whenever we conduct the research, we are formulating a new theories, we are also creating the new knowledge, and we are also producing the new product. Okay, and develop a new services, and we are also developing some of the evaluative product and the services. Whatever problems are there, we are solving the problems, and based on that we are means the research has many use. Okay, so based on that category, basic research is there. Four categories of research are there: basic research, then the applied research, action research and evaluative research. Okay, so today we are going to see this basic research. So basic research, it is also known as the pure research, fundamental research or even the theoretical research. Okay, and it is elaborated research conducted for knowing and understanding the nature and the characteristics and the property of concept, things, person and institution, and that is called as a basic research. And it is the research which we are taking from the knowledge sake, and its aim is to develop a new knowledge irrespective of any use at the moment of discoveries. Okay, and it is conducted to know the characteristics of a particular things in the basic research. And there may not be any immediate need for application of new knowledge, and thus nor it has conducted for any immediate gain or problem solving, and it may be done out of curiosity also, or to build a theory also. Okay, so here we can this particular research is found based on the different characteristics of the things, and based on the different characteristics of what is happening around the means surrounding us. Okay, so for example, why the man went to moon. In our field, the 5 laws of library science are there, which is derived by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, has formulated as a theoretical research. Okay, and it is most conducted in academic and related research center. And the such type of research is carried out to know in library science specifically for reading habits and the information seeking behavior of the users. Okay, so generally what how the users are seeking the information in the library, what will be the information like reading habit of the users. So for that we are conducting such type of basic research. And this particular basic research is also carried out to identify the characteristics of a specific type of library also. Okay, so that is we are conducting the basic research, and the main purpose of the basic research is to know the basic characteristics of the things or the concept or the process. Okay, so whatever we are doing, so we have to means see the characteristics, basic characteristics of that particular things. Okay, and through this basic research we can also formulate the different type of theories and the principles and the laws also we can formulate based on this basic research. So this is basic research, and the next one is applied research. Okay, basic research, what we are doing? In basic research, we are just knowing the characteristics of the particular things or concept or the process. Okay, and in the applied research, so generally in each subject, every subject, some fundamental laws are there, fundamental principles are there. So that we are going to study. So that is called as a basic research. Than the applied research. The next type of research by its use is here it is used, okay, not purpose. So applied research. So applied research is conducted to solve immediate problem of theory or practice at hand, is known as a applied research. So whatever basic ideas or basic principles are there, we are here applying it, okay. And such type of research is conducted for solving the immediate problem, and whenever we do such type of research, that is it is in the practical, it is of a practical nature, and action research that we are going to see, case studies, clinical research, research and development, popularly known as this R&Ds, that is research and development. So most of the research in industries, business, militaries, government department is of the applied and in the practical nature. For what purpose such type of research we are doing it? To solve the practical problems in the organization, we are doing such type of applied research, and to develop the new product, system and services also we can do such type of applied research. So here what is expected? We are designing a system to record the receipt, like for example in library science, we are doing the research in the uh, system to record the receipt of periodicals and to automatically send reminders when due for more than 1 month. So if so what will be the system? Because here the problem is that receipt of periodicals, and we have to send it automatically in the periodical section whenever we purchase the periodical in the library. So whenever because order we have given to the publishers or the distributors, pre-order we are giving, because periodicals are coming at the interval, okay. So for that we are giving the pre-order for 1 year. Suppose the periodical is monthly, then 12 issues will be coming. So automatically we have to set it the month wise reminder to the publishers, or where we have given the order, okay. So such type of research so what will be, how the reminders can be generated, what type of letters we have to write to the publishers. So like that, if you are applying some of the for example, like if you are doing the computerized periodical, purchasing of the periodicals through computers, then you can generate the reminder. So such type of research is called as a applied research. And applied research we can also use for the collection in the library also, to diagnose the very low use of certain collection in the library. So if we have a huge collection of a particular subject, but nobody is using that collection, or very low use of that particular collection, so we have to diagnose it. So for that also we can use such type of applied research, okay. And to find out the solution of the libraries, various problems of the libraries, we can use such type of applied research also, okay. The main comparison between this applied research and the basic research is that in basic research we are carrying out to formulate the theories and principles, okay, that is basic research. But in applied research we are developing the product and services to give the solution to the problem, okay, basically. So here in the basic research, the control environment like laboratories, we are using it. Then in applied research we are carrying out in the actual field also, and most of the scientists means they are also interested for the basic research and the applied research. Okay. So in the basic difference is that in the applied and the basic research, not much difference between the basic and applied research, but theories and the principles may be formulated by the applied research, and all the basic research slowly we are applying for solving the problems. Okay. So generally there is not big difference, but whatever basic research we are doing, that we have to apply it, like whatever theories we have evolved, so that theories we are using it for solving the problems, that is called as a applied research in a simple way. Okay. Then action research is there. So here again one mistake is there, its purpose I have written it, but you have to write it, you have to correct it by its use. Okay, here use should be there. So action research it is developed in 1930s, and action research is basically carried out to solve a problem which is known as the action research. Means it is having the approach of the problem solving research. Action research is also called as a problem solving research. So in applied research we are focusing on the immediate application, not to develop any new theories for the general applications. Okay, but here in the action research emphasis is given to solve the particular problem, specifically the local problem, and which involves the researcher and the librarian to jointly seek and find a solution for a library problem. Okay. And it is a common sense and good management and not any genuine research, and it is applied research whose aim is to provide practical benefit to the client. So whatever the practical problems are there, that we are solving in the action research. So immediately action research can be conducted to solve the problems, specific problem, means specifically the local problems of the library. So at the first stage of the action research, we are solving the problem. Then the researcher will first understand the nature and the level and the percentage of that particular problem, and then he will take the action. Okay. So here first find out what is the specific problem, and then what is the reason behind that problem, and then we have to take the action. We have to here draw the action plan, okay, to solve the problem. And the action plan may include the decision about the, for example, if you are taking the research for means action research in the information literacy program. Okay. So what is the information literacy program, for what purpose we are making or designing this information literacy program? Because users are not aware about the collection in the library, or user may not be coming to the library and they may not be using the library. So for that we are making a different information literacy program. Information literacy program is nothing but it is a awareness program, how the information you have to search and all these things, whatever collection is available in the library. So based on that we are making the information literacy program. So how we can impart the information literacy program, what will be the duration of that particular program, then what type of implementation we like, how we implement the information literacy program. So all this if we are deciding it, so that is called in duration, like what will be the duration of information literacy program. So you have to make the action plan for that. So that is called as a action research. Okay. So here action plus research is there according to Mazula. He has defined action plus research. So we have to take the action to solve the problem. So here we have to make the action plan, and if we are making action plan to solve the particular problem, then it is called as a action plan. Okay. And Here also in action plan we are applied for solving the problem, and whatever knowledge we have, we are simultaneously applied it. So we can do the combination also, applied research but action. In action research, whatever knowledge we have regarding that particular events or problem or that research, that we are applying it also. So action research prepare the particular plan in a skillful way, okay, and that plan we are executing it, that plan we are implementing it, so that we can diagnose the problem specifically, systematically, and we can prepare the action plan also, and that action plan we can immediately applying it to solve the problem, and based on that we are seeing it whether that action is valid or not, whether the means whether that action we have taken it that is more useful or not. So we are also seeing it in, if the action is not proper, then we can also change it, that particular action. So here you have to make the action plan, and the main purpose for action research is that to solve the practical problems immediately, so that we can give some solutions immediately, and to prepare the population to overcome the problem. So that is the main purpose of this action research. Okay, so I think you have with this explanation you might be understanding the what is action plan, and there are many characteristics of action plan. It is carried out in a series of cycle, one improving upon the previous. So just we have also discussed it, because action, whatever action we have taken, if that action is not proper, then we can make it in a cycle, we can take the cycle, we can repeat the cycle also, and it is mostly reflective and audit like or evaluative. It is concerned with the real practice to examine if the practice needs change, and in each cycle a hypothesis is proposed, tested, and the next action is planned. So here whatever action plan we are making it, that action we are using it to solving the problems. Okay, and this method is refined in each cycle by using a different methods of observation and the interpretations. It involves many people such as informants, then interpreters, planners, administrators, because whatever action we are taking, so action not only administrator will take the immediate action, but all such peoples will be also involved in the action plan, and therefore it is require communication skills and conflict management skills also, and each cycle may use a different method. Okay, in such case the action research may take the following form, like it is like a heuristic method, and as the next action is based on the previous result, it is not any series of pre-planned method as it happens in the other type of research method. Okay, so on the basis of our hypothesis we are making a different type of actions, but if that action is not proper, then we are also changing it. Okay, so it is not a series of pre-planned methods, means like if we are applying this action, then only this will result will we are getting a proper result. So sometime based on the hypothesis we have to change it, the action whatever plan we have designed for action. Okay, so this is the action research, which is the type of research based on by its use. Then the next type of research by its use is that evaluative research. So evaluative research means measure the effectiveness of the library services or any services or programs and functions and collection. So evaluative services means generally we are using it for how the effectiveness of that particular program is there. So in library, if we are for example, if you are taking if you have taken the any initiative, new initiatives, so how that particular new initiatives or programs is successful or not, so for that we are using these evaluative techniques. So whatever policies we have developed regarding the library or the any programs or services are for successful or not, whether the particular library achieved its aim or objective or not. So for that we are doing the evaluative research. So such type of techniques for survey and the field study are used for the evaluation purpose, and evaluation can also carry out through experimental research also. And evaluation helps library profession in designing whether to continue the existing services or we have to modify it, or whether we have to discontinue it. So for that evaluative studies generally we are doing it. Okay. So evaluation criteria we have to decide it, what type of standards, what type of indicators or guidelines are there to evaluate the particular services. So if we are doing the evaluative study for library science specifically, so ACRL guidelines are there, EFLA is there, ISO Indian Standard International Standard Organization, NISO is also there. They are providing some type of indicators or standards or evaluation criteria. So for example, if you are taking the topic of evaluation of library management software, okay. So here what we are doing, library, we have to apply one library management software for library automation, okay. So in that particular library management software, what we are doing, we are taking all the management software and then we are evaluating it which software will be the best. Suppose if you have chosen the 5 library management software, then what will be the best, then you have to take the evaluative type of studies. Okay. So based on the evaluation criteria you will decide whether this software is running properly or not, whether this software is having the technical guidance or not. So like this you can divide the various, or whether if the evaluation criteria is not available, then you have to develop your own evaluation criteria. Okay. But in existing literature or in existing many organizations, they are providing the evaluation criteria and some of the standards and the indicators and guidelines also many international organizations are providing. But if it is not available, the evaluation criteria, then you have to develop the criteria, and based on that criteria you have to justify the criteria, and based on that criteria you have to uh, do the evaluative study. So here if you are taking the topic library management software evaluation, then you have to decide it whether that software is useful or not, whether the software is having all the library functions activities or not, whether that software is effective, whether that software is user friendly or not. So like this some evaluation criterias you have to decide it, and if you are not deciding, then you have to see the sum of the existing criteria, and based on that you have to evaluate it. Okay. So like that also we can take the evaluative study of the OPAC. OPAC is an online public library access catalog. So here also you can set the criteria, and based on that you can see that evaluative studies can be done. Okay. So this is regarding the evaluative research. So in evaluative research, what we are taking means for what purpose we are doing this evaluative type of research, to assess the efficiency and the inefficiency of a specific service or a specific product, and the programs also we can evaluate it. And based on this evaluative research, it will be we are helping in knowing the reasons of what are means what will be the inefficiency of that particular service or product. So it will also help in knowing the factors that we can prove helpful for the specific development and the improvement also. And if we are doing the evaluative type of studies, then we are also knowing about what is the goal of the evaluation, and what will be the reason behind the inefficiency of specific library services. Okay. So for that purpose you are doing the evaluative type of studies. Then the next one is types of research. So we have seen here three basic types like basic research, applied research, action research, and the evaluative research. Four type of research we have seen it by the type of use of the research. Okay. Then the next type of research is that type of research by its time span of data collection. Okay. So here there are two types of research like longitudinal research and the next one is the cross sectional research. Okay. So first based on the time span we can see the longitudinal research. It is a type of correlation research study that involves looking at variables over an extended period of time, and this research can take place over a period of weeks also. So based on some period you can decide you can take one topic, for example reading habit of the users if you are taking it. So what will be the reading habit in the month of January, what will be the reading habit in the month of this February, or you can take the different intervals of the period also, and even years also. So in some cases longitudinal studies can last several decades also. So we need a different type of research, longitudinal research. So longitudinal research, here you can use this longitudinal type of research for marketing trends, for brand awareness also, for product launches, customer satisfaction also. If you want to see the not in the library customer satisfaction but user satisfaction. Okay. Then employee engagement, then cohort studies. So here in the longitudinal research what you are doing, time series research also you can do, then panel study also you can do, and the cohort study also you can do. What is time series study? Time series study means here you are taking the different samples, okay, belonging to different times but the related with the same problem. Okay. So for example if you are conducting a user study of the public library, so you may collect the samples for the particular public library in the year of 2008 or 2009, then 2010, and you can collect the respective data. So that is called as a time series research. Then the panel research or panel study means you are collecting the data from the different same sample, same institution or same individual or same users you are taking it, but at the different times you are taking it, and whatever data you are collecting it, that identify the sample more than once. Okay, you are taking the sample more than once. For example, if the researcher wants to study the reading habit of users, so he has identified 20 individual as a sample, then he may also interested 20 users can be changed. So that is called as a panel study, means users will change, time series we are following it, but users will change and then different times will also change. So that is called as a panel study. So user we are taking like 20 users we are taking now, then after 1 month we are taking a different 20 users, and in time series we are taking the same users but different times we are using it. Okay. Then cohort study means data is collected again and again from the sample having those who are having the common features. So that is called as a cohort study. Okay. Cohort study means it does not collect data from the same sample, rather it study the similar cases. Okay. So similar cases we are studying it. For example, we can take people who were born in specific time or who lived in a specific situation are studied in the cohort group. People who were born in the year, for example, suppose say 1960. Okay, so this could be known their expectation from the public library. Then people who were born in 2010, they have a different type of opinion. So like this we can use this cohort group also. So that is called as a longitudinal research. Then cross sectional research, it is a research where we are type of observational research that will analyze the data of variables collected at one given point in time a sample population or predefined subsets we are deciding it. And cross sectional studies are observational study in nature, and it is also known as the descriptive research. Okay, and here in the cross sectional research we are collecting the data from its sample at a single point of time and almost simultaneously, and it collects the data from the same means sample only once. Okay, so only once we are collecting the data, and that is why cross sectional research study is also known as a one shot study. Okay, so it is a one shot study, like reading habit of citizen of a particular library we are taking the example. So at once you will take the data. Okay, so that is the cross sectional research. So time series data versus cross sectional research. Here in the time series, it is a set of observational collected at usual equation space equally spaced time intervals. In the time interval we are taking the data. Here the observational coming out from the different individuals or the group at a single point. Here the time series data usually follow one subject changes over the course of time. Here observing many subjects as an individual, as a firm, as a different type of users at the same point we are taking it. Okay, you can take one example here. The daily closing price of a certain stock recorded over the last 6 weeks is the example of time series data, and the closing price of the group of different 20 different stocks on December 2015 means 1986. This could be the example of the cross sectional data. So here we are using it the time series at the interval, time interval we are taking it. Here in the cross sectional type of research we are taking at the one shot, all the data we are taking in one shot. Okay, so for today this here we are ending it, and the next qualitative data and the quantitative data we are taking it tomorrow. Okay, so thank you. Just